Hello, and welcome to this educational video blog. This video is made to complete the required coursework of the IB Music curriculum, the Musical Links Investigation. In this educational video blog, I will compare two distinct cultures by comparing their musical features and certain pieces that belong to those cultures. The cultures that I have chosen are American bluegrass music and Mexican mariachi music. I chose mariachi because I have family on my mother's side from Mexico who love mariachi, and even have some friends in a mariachi band. For that reason, mariachi is both a fun and nostalgic music genre for me. I chose bluegrass music for the complete opposite reason. I have had no introduction to bluegrass music as I don't have family connections to it, and it is not a popular genre amongst people my age. But I have always been interested in how it has developed and how it originated. I thought by comparing these two genres I have completely different experiences with, I would gain even more from this investigation. My two pieces I have chosen are Blue Moon of Kentucky by Bill Monroe for bluegrass and Cielito Lindo by Mariachi Vargas de Tecalitlan for mariachi. The specific links I have chosen are in the areas of rhythm, medium, and musical layering. I will explain those links by using excerpts from the pieces I have chosen. I hope I am able to clearly demonstrate the similarities between these two links by the end of this video. The development of bluegrass dates back to the 1600s when immigrants came to America from Ireland, Scotland, and England, bringing with them styles of music that are considered to be the roots of bluegrass music. When the settlers moved to states such as North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, Virginia, and West Virginia, they began to write music about their new life. The lyrics often reflected the landscape in the states near the Appalachian Mountains. Over time, bluegrass developed to include aspects of string band, gospel, black labor work songs, country, and the blues. The genre ultimately came together in the early 1940s. Instruments included in bluegrass mainly consist of violin or the fiddle, guitar, the banjo, and the accordion. Mariachi, as it's known today, formed in the 19th century in Mexico, originally in rural areas but gradually growing in popularity till it became a country staple, and it is now internationally appreciated. Due to the colonization of Mexico by Spain, mariachi includes a mix of traditional native music and Spanish influence. Because of the Spanish influence, European instruments are used in mariachi bands like guitar, violin, and trumpet. The main purpose of mariachi music was for dance, which shows in its fast tempos and consistent rhythms. Different styles of mariachi include ranchera, son, and jarabe. Son is the common folk style incorporating elements of African beat, Andalusian gypsy, and indigenous Mexican. Jarabe consists of music many people dance to, even being made the national dance of Mexico in 1924. But the style we will be analyzing today is the traditional rural ranchera style in Cielito Lindo. Instruments include, like mentioned before, guitar, violin, and trumpet, but can also include the guitarrón, which is the bass guitar that establishes the rhythm, a vihuela, which is a 5-string guitar that also takes on the rhythm. The first similarity that we will be analyzing is through the rhythm of both pieces. Rhythm is an important aspect of both pieces, each meant to serve different purposes with their similar rhythms. The most noticeable similarity is through the way both pieces are in triple meter, with the emphasis put on the first beat and the other two being weaker. This is more commonly recognized as a waltz. This is an example of syncopation. Syncopation is defined as playing rhythms that accent or emphasize the offbeats. It stresses beats that are not generally stressed. Every time signature has a pattern of strong and weak beats. In a syncopated rhythm, the weak upbeats are emphasized instead of the strong downbeats. You can see this in the examples below. In both the 3/8 meter of Cielito Lindo and the 3/4 meter in Blue Moon of Kentucky, the first beat is emphasized more. In both the pieces, syncopation gives the pieces character, and it gives it a nice groove. For Cielito Lindo, this would be useful to dance to, and in Blue Moon of Kentucky, this allows the music to show more emotion. In this example from Cielito Lindo, you can hear the 3/8 meter and the syncopation. In this excerpt from Cielito Lindo, you can hear how the guitarrón is accenting the weaker last two beats in each measure and putting the emphasis on the first. Now we will listen to Blue Moon of Kentucky.
Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and proved untrue.
In this excerpt from Blue Moon of Kentucky, you can hear how the double bass is accenting the last two beats in each measure, similar to the guitarrón in Cielito Lindo. Both these pieces are in triple meter, but they do have different tempos. Tempo affects the mood and energy in a song. Cielito Lindo, being in 3/8, is faster and therefore more energetic, while Blue Moon of Kentucky is in 3/4, meaning it is more slow and subdued. The second similarity is in the medium of the pieces. The medium is the performance of the instruments and voices in an arrangement. Cielito Lindo and Blue Moon of Kentucky use certain instruments that overlap due to them both having European ancestry involved in their music. Both use string instruments, more specifically, having both used guitars and violins. These instruments serve similar purposes in the songs as well. The role of the violin in both pieces is to accompany the singer in maintaining the melody, which will be mentioned later in this video. Both songs also have a lead singer singing at least the majority of the song alone. You can hear that in these two excerpts. Here's the excerpt from Cielito Lindo.
De la Sierra Morena, cielito lindo, vienen bajando. Un par de ojitos negros, cielito lindo, de contrabando.
In that excerpt from Cielito Lindo, you can hear how there is one main lead singer singing the melody, accompanied by the violin. Now I will play an excerpt from Blue Moon of Kentucky.
It was on a moonlight night, the stars were shining bright, and they whispered from on high, your love has said goodbye.
In Blue Moon of Kentucky, the lead singer is the only voice throughout the entire song, while in Cielito Lindo, more voices join during the chorus. But in both songs, there is one main lead singer. Considering both these songs have similarities in both voices and instruments, the two songs actually have fairly similar musical arrangements despite sounding different at first listen. The last similarity we will be discussing today is the musical layering in both pieces. To start out, Cielito Lindo and Blue Moon of Kentucky can be compared in both their melody and harmony. Both the melody and harmony are critical in musical composition. A melody is a line or tune in music, a music element recognized by most cultures. According to Joseph Haydn, it is the melody which is the charm of music, and it is that which is most difficult to produce. The invention of a fine melody is a work of genius. This quote illustrates how important melody is to musical composition. Harmony describes the simultaneous events in music. It is arguably equally as important as the melody. Robert Schumann has commented that we have learned to express the more delicate nuances of feeling by penetrating more deeply into the mysteries of harmony. This quote complements the previous quote because it shows how both harmony and melody contribute to the overall beauty of a piece. As mentioned before, the violins in both pieces accompany the lead singer in the melody, while the other instruments take the harmony in both songs. In regards to texture, both songs are homophonic, meaning they have a principal melody and accompanying harmony. In the previous audio excerpts from the two songs, you can recognize how both of these songs would fit in the group of homophony. In Blue Moon of Kentucky, you could clearly hear there was one melody, which the one main singer was singing, accompanied by the violin, and the harmony taken by the double bass, guitar, and banjo. The one melody was maintained throughout the song. In Cielito Lindo, there is also one melody accompanied by a violin, and trumpet at times, including harmony from the guitar and guitarrón. In Cielito Lindo, the main lead singer is joined by other voices singing the melody during the chorus. This contrasts with Blue Moon of Kentucky, as it only has one singer, but in both the pieces, they are sung primarily by one singer singing that one melody. This helps put emphasis on the one melody in both songs and brings attention to the lyrics in each song. The last musical element of the harmony I would like to discuss is how both pieces are in major keys. As seen in the photos, Cielito Lindo is in C major and Blue Moon of Kentucky is in B flat major. Being in major keys gives both songs more of a celebratory feel. C major sounds purely joyful, and B flat major sounds hopeful. For this reason, the keys of the songs are critical in communicating the right message and emotions to listeners. To conclude this educational video blog and the investigation we carried out together today, it is clear both Cielito Lindo and Blue Moon of Kentucky have been interesting pieces to compare and contrast in regards to their different, yet similar, musical elements. Overall, even though these two cultures of music are from different parts of the world, they still have many similarities through musical features. Although at face value they seem very different, taking the time to analyze them, you can see how two musical pieces can be so different yet so similar. We can also recognize the importance of the similar musical elements in the composition of the pieces. Each music element contributes to the purpose and feel of both songs. We were able to see the role rhythm plays in setting the mood of a song. We also learned how even songs from completely different cultures can have similar instruments in their arrangements, giving insight to the possible origins of the two pieces. At the end of this investigation, we were able to see the significance of different musical layers with reference to texture and the role keys play in the message a song conveys. The investigation led to further knowledge and understanding of the different musical cultures that were discussed, mariachi music and bluegrass, illustrating how regardless of differences in geography and time periods, you can always find similarities within two musical cultures and pieces.